Welcome back to the Man Hour, guys. Michael Buckeyes along with Tori Anderson and the Wyatt Williams. You can all find us on Twitter, manhour_Buck, manhour_TWW, and of course, manhour_Tori over there on the Twitter web. You can also find Combs is there as well. He has the night off. manhour_Combs as well. If you guys have missed any part of the show whatsoever, you can find us on iTunes, Spotify, and of course, Amazon Music. But most importantly, you can find us on youtube.com/manhour. And as you see, we upload the clips each and every day. We have playlists. You can stick on the clips and you can scroll through which ones you want. I let you know what exactly it is. So last night I uploaded a clip says Wyatt loves the Bears, and guess what? Wyatt says he loves the Bears over and over and over again throughout that whole entire clip. So let's go ahead and dive into some Aaron Rodgers talk here, guys. We have about 15 minutes before the new game Guess That Athlete comes up here. So, for those of you that have been living under a rock, the draft day has come and gone. Two draft days here, and you Packer fans have yet to been satisfied with a draft yet. You draft Jordan Love last year, and then you draft some guy that nobody knows as a cornerback this year, not adding any weapons around Aaron Rodgers. Even though Wyatt says that you guys have one of the top receiver cores in all of football, so I don't see what the big deal is. But basically, Aaron Rodgers says he wants out. He has given a list of teams of the Denver Broncos, the Raiders, and now he threw the Giants on there as well. So with that being said, Wyatt, I'm going to kick it to you first because I like your transition the best. With that being said, should the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers just cut ties 100%? The Packers come up on top with 2-3 picks, maybe 4 if the cards fall their way, right? Should they just go ahead and move on, cut their ties, wipe their hands, and say, Jordan Love, it's your team now?
No. At least I hope they don't. Nothing against Jordan Love, but I think he's still got a little bit of time to sit behind Aaron if possible. Of course, I doubt that's going to happen. If it comes down to it, Aaron's already said, didn't he say something today about the only way he would stay is if they fired the GM or something?
Because clearly the ownership in Green Bay Packerland is listening to Aaron Rodgers, right? So why would they listen to him about firing the general manager? Come on now.
That's kind of what I'm getting at here. So I mean, it's a tough situation. I'd rather have Aaron than Brian. So at the end of the day, if I had to choose, I would go with Aaron, 10 times a week, and then, every single day. Like, it's an easy decision on that one because Aaron's our quarterback. I would absolutely love to keep Aaron. Now, I doubt that's going to happen at this point. So I don't know. I mean, what was the teams again?
From the things that I've heard, it was the Raiders, Broncos, and he threw the Giants in there this afternoon. But I don't know if the Giants is 100% true or not. And there was another team I thought, or the 49ers as well. I'm sorry.
No, I don't think it'll be any NFC team. So I think we can go ahead and mark off the Giants. I think if anybody, it'll be an AFC team because why would the Packers? They've already got to deal with Tom Brady. Why would you want to deal with Aaron Rodgers too? So. If the Packers are smart and they're actually going to dish him off, God, I hope they don't dish him off to the NFC, because if that's the case, that means for somebody to get to the Super Bowl in the NFC East, they're going to have to go through Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. So, no, I don't like their odds.
If the Packers are smart, they would take the highest bidder no matter who the team is. Even if it's the Chicago Bears or the Detroit Lions, if they're offering you 4 first round picks for a quarterback that has been in the league for 16 years, take it while you can. Tori, you seem to be kind of the voice of reason most of the time here. I believe you told me that the Packers quarterback have never played over 16 years as a starter for the Green Bay Packers, and this is Aaron Rodgers' 16th year, or going to be his 17th year. So do the Packers cut ties with him and come out ahead?
I see it, but I don't. And it's no quarterback has played over the age of 35 for the Packers. Bart Starr was 35 when he left. Favre was 35 when he was left. Oh no, because Aaron's 37. So maybe it was the years. Yeah, that's what it was.
I thought you said 16 years.
16 years. It was. No Packers quarterback has played longer than 16 years. Bart played 16. Brett played 16, and Aaron Rodgers has completed 16 years for the Green Bay Packers.
No.
If he
So
plays this year, it'll be 17.
I'm gonna go Wyatt on this one. I'm just a waffle everywhere. One, I could see him staying. Two, I could see him getting dealt. But if somebody would have wrote a blog about how is the NFL turning into the NBA, that's what it feels like. So literally a blog. What I write that about 3 months ago about
Yep.
is the NFL turning into the NBA? It kind of feels like that where you're getting the players dictating who comes and goes to the team. You're
Right.
getting people that want to dictate personnel decisions. Dictate who gets hired and fired. You know, I don't necessarily, in all regards, think that's a terrible thing unless it's bad for the team. And Gutekunst at this point in my book or in my eyes is basically giving Aaron the middle finger and like F off. This is my team. Which, if you would have learned anything from the Brett Favre saga, that's not the way to handle this situation. Uh, I don't think I don't think that they get rid of him. Honestly, I think they try to force his hand and say either you play or
Yeah.
you can sit.
No, well, here's the thing. I think they call his bluff as well because um, if Aaron doesn't play this year, it's structured into his contract. If he doesn't play, he has to pay money back. So,
$23 million, $11.5 million for this year, and oh no, that's if
and
he
he
would
has to.
retire. If he would retire, he has to pay back $23 million.
No, I thought if he retires, he doesn't have to pay back anything. If he
Nope.
sits,
If he retires, he has to pay back the 2 years left on the deal that he would have to do, and it's $11.5 million this year and $11.5 million next year. So he would have to write out a check for $23 million.
So I think Aaron Rodgers has that kind of money, and when he retires and sits out a year, and then he gets signed from a team like the Broncos, he might get that.
He can't
40.
sign though because the Packers still own his rights.
yeah, they'll still own his rights for 2 years, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
So you
I don't know. I mean, but
I-
you did bring up the Brett Favre thing. He also retired and unretired
Right.
like 3 or 4 times.
So it's
so
yeah, and it's a same it's a almost the same situation, but completely different because Brett had retired on March 28th of 2007. Was it 2007 or 2008? It was my birthday. That's all I know. And they installed the offense. They took it around Aaron. They set everything up around Aaron. And training camp started. And Brett goes, "Well, I want to come back." Well, Brett, we just went through all OTAs and the offseason stuff and everything else and installed the offense. You said you were retired, dude. Sorry.
yeah. So
And they basically said he could come back, but they said you're going to be the backup. And he said, nope.
not going to happen. So let me go ahead and address some of these comments here because some of these are very eye raising here. And Chris, thank you for joining us again. And Christopher here. He says Rodgers is heading for Jeopardy. I don't think he was that good a host on Jeopardy. I'm just be flat out honest.
What?
You shut your mouth.
No, that's blasphemy.
He was definitely not very good, and
The thing is he is a huge Jeopardy fan and learned everything he could possibly learn. Like Alex Trebek was his idol,
right.
so like he wanted to do it perfection wise. Did you see the sticky notes he had behind the podium?
Aaron Rodgers was the second greatest Jeopardy host of all time.
Behind me.
Yeah, behind you.
Alex
Trebek was third.
How great would that be if you had like 30 seconds to answer a question when I'm stuttering and can't pronounce half the words? Good luck with that, boys. But let's go ahead and get back into the serious note here. Drew says Aaron better be careful. Just because we are now in the same situation as Deshaun Watson was, the Texans are setting on. Basically the Texans has set a precedent on how to handle a arrogant QB. I mean, for those guys that don't know what's happening with Deshaun Watson, he wanted a trade, he wanted out, and then all of a sudden there's 22 sexual assault cases against him. Tori, you are from the Wisconsin area. I mean, you live half hour from the stadium, right? It could something like that happen in Green Bay because hey, I've seen Making of a Murderer. I've seen that they can twist the system into whatever they want up there in Wisconsin and Waukee County or whatever it is.
There is literally zero chance of that ever happening here. I'm pretty sure any woman here that was like, I can get pregnant by Rodgers, yes, please. So they would be like, yeah, I'm set for life. So Yeah, no, nothing like that. Like so the Packers are handling this wrong. It's like I said, something just eats at me that the Texans are behind all these sexual assault allegations, and I really hope they get exposed. I just really want to be right on that conspiracy theory.
So
Well,
then,
even if it is
good.
true, we'll never find out.
Oh, absolutely.
I would love for us to, but there's no way. If literally there is a phone call of the Texas GM saying, "Hey, we're doing this right now. You know, we're faking this, all this stuff." Roger Goodell would hide it, and we would never, and I mean never, hear about it.
First of all, they would never come out and publicly admit that because you're talking about felonies and years in jail because of the false police allegations and the collusion, and there's so much intertwining that would have to come unravel. That
money, as you've seen, money can almost buy you anything.
Yeah. So and then Drew also Joseph over here in the YouTube channel as Will saying that the Broncos desperately need a QB that would be a top choice. You guys just picked up Teddy Bridgewater. I mean, Teddy Bridgewater is a pretty good quarterback. Granted, he isn't the top 15 or top 10 or top 2
quarterback. He's better than Andy Dalton, who you said the top 15 quarterback.
Andy Dalton is a top 15 quarterback.
Oh my God, no.
So
Teddy Bridgewater is a better quarterback than him.
We will see this year. Oh, I guess probably not, since Andy Dalton will be a backup to Justin
Fields.
They've
said Andy Dalton will be the starter this year
till about week 5, but we will see how that comes. But then Drew also comes out and brings up the Carson Palmer thing. I don't know how the whole Carson Palmer thing worked. I think he actually sat out a full season, right? And then they ultimately traded him to Arizona. I don't remember how
to
Carson
Oakland.
Palmer, to Oakland.
They traded him to Oakland.
But then how did he end up in Arizona?
he sat. He said, "Nope, I'm done." And I think they traded him right after the season started, maybe. I don't think he sat out the whole year. Le'Veon Bell was the first player to actually sit out an entire year. I want to say they dealt him, though, and it may have been just before the trade deadline as well in the NFL, which would have been like in October. So
yeah, I don't remember how that thing whole went down, but I do know he sat out for he was the first player to ever sit out, right? Because the whole contract situation.
I don't his wasn't really contract. It was more that they were just a terrible organization.
Yeah, he